at the same time. That's the practical difficulty. So what the MHRD did is, this was on 3rd August 2017. Barely 6 days later, Manoj, the amendment that they suggested gets the approval of the President. That amendment that is made to the section. Which is why on 21st August 17, all this is taking place in the same month, in August 2017. On 21st, sorry, I'll just take your list. I'll just give you the dates with the pages in just 2 minutes. 21st August 2017, in the same month, MHRD writes to NCTE under section 29 of the NCT Act, directing the following relaxations. If for a minute I can just read out section 29 of the Act, because that is relevant. That's where all of this starts, Manoj. NCTE. नहीं, NCTE, National, वो शायद इसके अंदर होगा, चेक NCTE. No, NCTE, the National Council for Education. I'll just hand this out. I'm sorry, one copy, that's mine. Section 29, if your lordship sees, it gives the central government the power of relaxation. So this is taken at the highest level. It's not that the High Court and the impugned judgment decided the equivalence. The relaxations that were directed in exercise of this power by
that the council shall, in the discharge of its functions and duties,
yes,
under this act, be bound by such directions on questions of policy as the central government may give in writing to it from time to time.
Correct.
The decision of the central government as to whether a question is one of policy or not shall be final.
Fine, correct. So on policy decisions, therefore, section 29 is the central government's power to give those directions, and the NCTE doesn't have the option of saying, no, this is not binding on me. NCTE has to follow suit. Now, this takes place on 21st August 2017. Now, we have a convenience compilation given your lordship, which shows what they've done under the section 29, the same month, which is at page 53, Manoj, of the convenience compilation. Second convenience compilation. Page 53. Second one.
Yes.
This is your lordship, page 53. This is regarding training of untrained in-service elementary teachers in these schools. An amendment to section 23(2) to extend the period for such training to 31st March 19 has been passed by Parliament. Your lordship will see this.
Where are you reading? Page 53.
Page 53, the first para. This is 21st August 17 letter, Manoj.
Yes. This is regarding training.
Yes, regarding training of untrained in-service elementary teachers in government schools, etc. An amendment to section 23(2) to extend the period for such training to 31st March has been passed by Parliament. Please note the date, this is 21st August 17. So therefore, 2 years are not available now. It's only till 31st March 19. In this regard, it has been decided that NIOS will be the singular organization responsible for conducting the online D.El.Ed program through the Swayam portal, etc. The tentative number of in-service untrained teachers at elementary level is 11 lakh. That include teachers working in government, government-aided and private unaided schools. However, the actual number may change. NIOS will be completing all academic activities related to above training by 31st March 2019. This is for the same D.El.Ed to get that qualification. To ensure the above training through NIOS, NCTE is directed to provide following relaxations under 29 of the NCTE Act, which your lordship just saw. So this is the government's direction. Teachers who do not fulfill the minimum eligibility requirement for taking admission in D.El.Ed program, 50% class 12, will have to join NIOS and reappear for class 12 exam to achieve minimum qualification. NCTE shall allow such teachers to take provisional admission in D.El.Ed program of NIOS, subject to them acquiring 50% marks in class 12 before completing the D.El.Ed program of NIOS. This would facilitate such teachers to pursue both courses concurrently. This is important, it's concurrently. The D.El.Ed course will be from 3rd October 17 to 31st March 19. This is the D.El.Ed course. The duration of the course will be for 18 months. As the D.El.Ed program is of 2-year duration, NCTE shall allow subsuming of 6 months internship period within the duration of the proposed online course through the Swayam portal, as all the teachers are in service and are already
So
teaching.
therefore, all the teachers are in service
Exactly.
and are already teaching.
Correct.
So
And
therefore, we said that such of the teachers who are in service
yes.
will be protected.
Correct. Now will be protected, but the online D.El.Ed course that they have done, which is an 18-month course, will permit them to have the full D.El.Ed qualification as is required under the Act. So the minute I finish this online course, my lord, which includes the 6-month internship period in it, therefore 18 plus 6 is effectively 24 months, effectively that, I have the full D.El.Ed qualification as is required by the NCTE for the purposes of the RTE itself. So for the purpose of 23, I have to have the qualifications with the NCTE will lay down. NCTE says for D.El.Ed you need to have a D.El.Ed 2-year course. That's what NCTE says. Now the ministry gives a direction saying your 24-month course cannot inure to the benefit of teachers who are in service who don't have 24 months available to them by 31st March 2019, which is why this sentence is important, if I may read that. As the D.El.Ed program is of 2-year duration, NCTE shall allow subsuming of 6 months internship. So while I do the 18 months, I will also be in 6 months of that, also doing the internship alongside because I'm in service. I hope I'm making myself clear. I don't want to repeat myself unnecessarily. The idea is that 18...
No, the question that is
Yes.
whether this qualification
Yes.
has been made as a special provision only for those teachers who are already in service, or would also be a qualification for future.
It cannot be a qualification for anybody who's not in service. It cannot.
So that is what we have held.
No. So if I
The Uttarakhand High Court had held that this 18 years diploma is equivalent to 24 months, and therefore they could apply for the assistant teachers post available in the state of Uttarakhand.
But your lordships have reversed that part of equivalence, saying that the court could not have deemed equivalence. These two courses are not equivalent, is your lordship's finding.
So therefore,
the effect of that is...
are you a person who is already in service?
Yes, we're all in service.
But they are already protected.
So I'll explain what the problem is. Let me clarify. If I'm in service and if I'm in that one school for the rest of my life, your lordship's judgment protects me. But if I want to go to another school and that school asks me, where is your D.El.Ed? I show this. That school now, using your lordship's judgment, will say, no, you don't have the 24-month D.El.Ed qualification which is required, because the Supreme Court has reversed the Uttarakhand High Court's finding of equivalence. Because the lordship has reversed the finding of equivalence, my 18-month D.El.Ed course is treated as some special requirement for me to remain
In service, yes.
Only in this school. But I can't move from one school to another because it's not being treated as a D.El.Ed 2-year qualification, which is what is required on the NCT. Now, apart from the impugned judgment, there are 5 other high courts which have given the exact same judgment of equivalence. 2 of those your lordships considered, which is Patna.
But Bihar and Uttarakhand.
Yeah, you dealt with Uttarakhand, but at para 32 of your lordship's judgment, you have said Patna and Tripura were therefore wrong. So the effect today, my lords, and there are other petitions.
I think Tripura was Justice Qureshi's judgment.
Yes, it was Justice Qureshi's judgment. Now, the problem is twofold. One is of movement. If I, as a teacher, want to move to any other school, I now have a hurdle where I'm being told, look, your 18-month D.El.Ed is not to be treated as 2-year D.El.Ed. Why? Because the NCT regulations have, the overarching regulations, those regulations say your qualification under Appendix 9 and 11 of those regulations are that you need a 2-year D.El.Ed. That's what you need. So this is not technically a 2-year D.El.Ed. So the schools which say no to me may not technically be wrong. They may not be wrong in saying, look, the requirement is 2-year D.El.Ed. You don't have 2-year D.El.Ed. Supreme Court has said 18-month D.El.Ed is not the same as 2-year D.El.Ed. That's my hurdle. That's hurdle number one. Second is, if I belong to the unfortunate few the schools have closed for one reason or other, it could be COVID, it could be any one of other reasons, then I'm left with nowhere to go. Otherwise, your lordships would protect me to that limited extent. And the third thing is most important one. There were two SLPs which came before your lordships. One was by the state. I don't know how they are aggrieved exactly. And the second.
No, they are actually, we recollect Mr. Sethi vehemently argued on behalf of the state of Uttarakhand.
So he relied heavily on the state's rules. Now the state's rules had in fact subsequently been amended. And the state's rules said, as an alternative, anything that may be prescribed by
The question before the Uttarakhand High Court was that whether such persons who were having 18 months diploma could be permitted to compete for the post of assistant teachers which are advertised.
Who are in service?
No.
It's only in service, Mullah.
In service.
All of us were in service.
In service. How about that?
So I'll. No, he's not just talking about the High Court. The High Court.
As the teachers
Yes.
who are already in service on the date of
Yes.
this notification is concerned,
Yes.
there can be no dispute that for them it will be qualification requisite qualification equivalent to 2 years diploma.
That's it.
But not for the persons who are not in service on this.
That's that one sentence that your lordship is the only thing that I want. That's
So
all.
that is what we have held, but the judgment is being misinterpreted.
That's the problem. Misinterpreted. So if that can be clarified, that will be enough.
What he wants that this qualification should be held good as 2-year diploma course for all time to come for him. That is what he wants.
For the admission, that's a basic requirement.
जो स्कूल बंद हो गया है, तो for A reason, B reason, closure है, no student. Then, though he was in service on the date of that notification.
That's it. That's only it.
So then
That's the only-
get the recruitment. This batch of person.
Any other recruitment provided on the date of that notification, he was already in service.
Yes.
Yes. That's it.
He was already-
While he is on his service, if he attempts to switch over to some other
for
service,
betterment service. Then that,
he will claim benefit saying that I am in service. Even today I am in service.
no, I mean, on the date of notification.
On the date of notification.
On the,
Pick up any other notification.
no.
It's
Only
only
this
one
one
notification.
notification.
On 22nd November, 22nd September, no, where is the 22nd September?
The second volume we handed out.
Page 76.
76.
No, but we were dealing with only one notification.
One notification. So on that notification, just see that.
See, so
Yes.
where is the problem? If you have any problem in future vacancy,
Yes.
future recruitment,
Yes.
then you come,
No,
you are
the-
just,
the
you
problem
are
is-
just thinking of a hypothetical situation that in future it may not inure to your benefit, therefore it should be reviewed.
As a consequence of your lordship's death,
Hmm.
there is a series of notifications.
Which-
One of them is by Assam.
Hmm. Hmm.
Page 680.
Yes?
Page 687, the larger compilation one, not this one. The other one, Mota wala hai.
इसमें page 76 में तो some,
That's the first sentence. Now that is.
no, where is that order dated 22nd of September 2017?
63, page 63. Same volume. Same volume. Page 63. Difference order. This page 63.
जरा ये कौन सा कंपाइलेशन बता रहे हैं?
Put on, oi. It is there.
This, the two separate documents for your
Page-
lords, I'm sure.
Page
Page
63, yeah.
63.
63 is what my Lord Justice Dawai asking, which is the 22nd September 17 recognition order. The third paragraph of that, if you can see for a minute, at 63,